Sheikh Yusuf Damulira, all the way from Wakiso.
Yes.
MashaAllah. Say salam to our viewers.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Naam. You're welcome to UBC.
Hayakallah, barakallah feek.
Naam. Who is Sheikh Bilal Ismail? Briefly.
Bilal Ismail, ala kulli hal. With regards to myself, I'm from Durban, South Africa.
MashaAllah.
And 43 years old, father of 5 children.
Wow, wow, wow.
And the more important matter, and especially why we're here, is that we run something called the Imam Development Program.
Okay. You're welcome to Uganda, and this is Kampala, the best in Africa.
Sahih.
Part of Africa.
Yeah.
MashaAllah. So, we are looking at the Imam Development Program. I've been going through your literature on internet. MashaAllah, it's good work. So tell us about the Imam Development Program.
Khair, inshallah. So in 2014, we started the Imam Development Program. It was after we visited an Imam in Durban, South Africa. This guy used to attend many of the Al-Kawthar courses. So I'm a teacher for the Al-Kawthar Institute. And at one of the courses, many of the courses, this Maulana, this Sheikh, this Imam, he used to attend. And he's a graduate, he's a qualified Imam, etc. So we thought, Imam, you know, why do you attend these courses? He said, Wallahi, I love it, I benefit from it. I like the fact that anybody can ask questions, etc., etc. Fast forward, we wanted to visit his place of work, visit his masjid. And so we traveled about 3-4 hours, we got to his place. And unfortunately, we saw that the house he was living in was basically like a dog's kennel.
Wow.
He was living in a very, very sad situation. He was free between Fajr and Zuhr, and he wanted to complete his high school. But his employer, his boss, his organization, they said no. Why? Because if he completes his high school, then they feel he will command a higher salary, he will want more, as they would say, he's too clever now, etc. And so unfortunately, they preferred to have somebody who doesn't have that qualification. So we thought how to help this Imam and other Imams in the same situation like him. And especially in South Africa, we know that South Africa was under apartheid. And so you might have an Indian Maulana and you have an African Maulana. But unfortunately, the salary gap between both of them, the opportunities available for both of them are different. The networks of this Imam and the networks of this Imam are very, very different. And so we sought to narrow the gap and provide opportunities for these Imams who don't really have those opportunities, unfortunately.
Okay, mashallah, that's a good one. Can we compare those situations with our situations, Imams in Uganda? Are these the same situations, Sheikh Yusuf?
Actually, when you look at the lives of Imams in Uganda, they are like forgotten. People...
But we always come to when you have issues.
People come to Imams when they have problems. Let's say when they have like a nikah or something to attend burial, counseling. But when it comes to payment, when it comes to empowerment, people in Uganda have not done the job of helping the Imams.
Why do you want them to help? Is it helping? Is it the best way? Are we helping them, or you need some motivation?
Why I call it help, because most Imams in Uganda are not paid salary. So they are just given like a gift. Let's say after Jumu'ah, they're given a gift.
Then
and
you are going just get some coin and give them.
He gets a donation on sadaqah, and you know al-yadul ulya khayru min al-yad sufla. So the hand which is taking is below to the hand which is giving. So we have to have Imams, inshallah, who can be like empowered, and they also assist the community, and the community see them as vital.
Sheikh Ismail, now looking at the situation, comparing the situation in Durban. So how are you, when you look at the comparison, how best are you going to use this initiative to uplift our Imams in Uganda?
Khair, inshallah. as for the last part, how are we going to help to uplift the Imams in Uganda? Allah knows best. Why? We have just come here as a visit to investigate, to check up, to see what is the situation, to do research, analysis, etc. To also check whether they are willing and serious partners here in Uganda that want to partner with us, etc. As opposed to us as a foreigner entity trying to do everything ourselves. If many of those things work out well, then it would mean we would accelerate the start here in Uganda. And if those things are slow, then it means a slow start with regards to matters. But as for the other part of your question, then Alhamdulillah, the Imam Development Program, we started in South Africa. But Alhamdulillah, it has expanded to 10 countries. I mentioned the Imam Development Program started in 2014. And so 2024, we will be 10 years old. So we are currently in 10 African countries: South Africa, Lesotho, Malawi, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Swaziland, Namibia, Botswana, Tanzania, and Mozambique. And so Alhamdulillah, there are 458
So now
Imams.
you are sketching to Uganda.
And so the last country we were in was obviously close to you people, was Tanzania. Tanzania. And so this trip, yesterday, day before yesterday, I was in Kenya.
Yeah, because
so
I was going through one of your pages.
Yeah, so we were in Kenya for about 3-4 days doing the same needs analysis. Then we are in Uganda to do the same. And inshallah, tomorrow, the next day, we will leave for Rwanda. And then we go back to South Africa. So our intention is to inshallah expand to this region. When, how, that's another matter, and that's subject to discussion.
So when you in Uganda, are you working in solitary or you working in partnership?
So this is our first trip here. Alhamdulillah, we sent a letter to the Supreme Council. We told them that we are coming, etc., etc. We reached out to different organizations. We reached out to IERA. We reached out to anyone and everyone that we were able to reach out. We were there at the Call to Islam University. Yes, etc. So anyone and everyone who was willing to meet with us with the networking meeting. And so that was our first visit, and our hand is out there for anyone and everyone, alhamdulillah.
Can we look at the practicability and the application of this program?
Sure. Let's go back to the previous matter you mentioned. So the situation in Uganda and the situation in South Africa. So I said we are not only in South Africa, we are in 10 countries. And the reality is the common denominator across the world, Brother Rashid. I am not saying Uganda, I'm not saying South Africa. The reality is across the world, even Imams in Mecca and in Medina and in Saudi Arabia and in Dubai, etc. The reality is that many Imams are either overworked or they are underworked. They earn a pittance of a salary. He does not have a smartphone. He does not have internet. He does not have enough to pay school fees for his own children. The Imam is in a sad and bad situation. We expect from the Imam a lot. As you mentioned, we expect him to do the counseling, the Jumu'ah. We want him to have halaqah. We want him to teach. We want him to connect with the youth. We say that they are on drugs. He must speak to them about drugs. They are on pornography. He must speak to them about that. He needs to be clued up with regards to all matters. But unfortunately, did this Imam go for a public speaking course? The answer is no. I found that's the common denominator across Imams across the world, from Brazil to Bolivia to India, Pakistan and South Africa. That's the common denominator, unfortunately, right? What is slightly different with regards to Uganda, and also I found this in Tanzania, that many of the Imams in Uganda and in Tanzania, I found, we've done maybe about 50, 60, 70 interviews, found that many of them are high school graduates. They are Thanawi graduates, that they didn't go and study higher level of Islamic studies. For example, myself, I went to Medina University. I studied there for 6 years, etc. Memorized the Quran before that. In South Africa, we have more than 100 Darul Ulums. So somebody who graduated from an Islamic school, he will never be able to be an Imam in South Africa. They will not hire you to be an Imam, because they will ask you, brother, where did you study to be an Imam? If you tell them, I went to high school, Islamic school, they say, we know that. But where did you go to study to be an Imam? You say, no, I went to high school, Islamic school. Brother, which Darul Ulum, which Jamia, which university, etc. did you go? You say, no, I didn't go. They said, then we can't give you the Imam job, you know.
So according to you, according to your research, Uganda and Tanzania, we seem to have underqualified
Yes,
imams?
you have many imams. I'm not saying all. We interviewed some imams from Azhar University. They studied.
Of
Some
course.
studied at the University, Islamic University of Uganda. But the overwhelming majority of the imams, they are Thanawi graduates. You ask him, did you study any higher level Islamic studies? He says, no, I did Thanawi. We understand obviously that certain circumstances, you know, especially like maybe Swaziland, certain countries where the level of Islam is very low, you know, there's an exception to the rule. But I think Uganda, she's not supposed to be on that level. Uganda, mashallah, you have a rich and a deep history. And even from the point of the government, mashallah, you know, you got the statement. This is this broadcaster here right now, that we are on national TV, etc. Subhanallah. Very few countries have that opportunity. And so there should be imams who are on a high level. You should be exporting imams.
Now, this is a question. Under Imams Development Program,
Yes.
realizing that you have this challenge, do we expect Sheikh Ismail, Bilal Ismail to come and give us a hand in this area?
Inshallah, inshallah, if we find the right partners, for example, ala kulli hal, at the end of the day, we are 100% registered charity in South Africa. We, unfortunately, I would say, we do not get any money from the Middle East or anything like that. It is good South African, Sumaya, Ahmed, Ilyas, Fatima, ordinary South African Muslims who contribute and assist because they believe in imams. Our maqsad behind the Imam Development Program, Brother Rashid, is not just to help imams who are underprivileged. Our maqsad behind it is the preservation of Islam, the preservation of the deen via competent imams. Make the imam strong, make the imam capable. Let the imam be the hand which is giving and not the hand which is taking. If we do that, people look up to the imams and they will not look down at him. People, the trustees of the masjid, they look at him as an asset, insha'Allah. Return the respect to imams, insha'Allah. You know how Trump, he says, making America great again? We say making imams great again, insha'Allah.
So, within your program, who is eligible? All imams, all levels, or you have a certain criteria you follow?
Obviously, there has to be certain criteria, etc. And number one, the imam has to apply to the Imam Development Program. We don't come looking for imams, etc. No, they request to join the Imam Development Program. We offer imams a top-up package. So we offer working imams a top-up package. So example, let's say there's an imam here, mashallah, Imam Yusuf, insha'Allah. So Imam Yusuf, he is working, he is already qualified, insha'Allah. Even, we understand now, many imams are on the Thanawi level. Okay, he did the Thanawi level. He is the imam of a masjid. How many people come for Jumu'ah? Masjid al-Jami, insha'Allah. Let's say he's got 100, 200 people for Jumu'ah. Then he does 4 khutbahs a month. But we also are looking for the active imam. Some imams, between Fajr and Zohar, he is sleeping. Between Fajr and Zohar, he is farming. Between Fajr and Zohar, he is sitting at home and he is on YouTube and he is on watching television, watching this broadcaster, mashallah. No, we are looking for the imam who is busy. He's visiting the hospital, street da'wah, youth program, jail visit, orphanage visit. He's going to the school. He is an active man in da'wah, insha'Allah. He is an asset to society. And in the afternoon, maybe he is teaching the children. So the full-time type of imam. But then he says, you know, brother, I have a problem. I've got 3 children. I've got 4 children. I'm difficult. I only earn maybe 200,000 shillings. It's difficult. I have to pay rent. I have a lot of shortcomings. I've never been for Hajj, never been for Umrah, never been to Aqsa. I don't even have a copy of Sahih Bukhari. I don't even have a copy of a decent tafsir. I am like a plumber who doesn't have his tools. So this active imam, he applies to us. We do an interview like we've been doing over the last few days, insha'Allah. And then we feel that this imam, he is worthy of us investing in him, insha'Allah. Then the Imam Development Program is a one-stop shop for all imam support.
Can you look at the eligibility, who qualifies? What are the qualification levels, if in case I want to apply?
So
basically it is open that imams Oh,
Yes.
have a
And
qualification.
muallimas, also female teachers. Maybe there's a female teacher, she's teaching only 2 hours or 3 hours a day. But mashallah, she's very active, and maybe she has 200 students, 300 students. She can also apply, inshallah. So they apply, the questionnaire asks them, where did you study? What's your level of Islamic knowledge? Are you employed? Do you have somebody that you have to answer to? We're not looking for the freelance type of person. We're looking for the person who he's already got somebody, organization, Lajnatul Masjid, the community, they are giving him a salary, etc. But it's not enough, then he applies to the IDP.
Sheikh Yusuf, compared to Sheikh Ismail Bilali's submission, do you have the Imams in Uganda who are fully engaged in this kind of work? Oh, most of us, we are freelancers in this kind of work.
Alhamdulillah, as you said, most, but I have to say some. We have many Imams who are dedicated, and they are doing the job of
Full-time?
teaching at least madrasa, let's say near the masjid, and they also come and lead salah. So we have them, inshallah.
For example, in our interviews over the last 2 days, I've found that majority of the Imams, they are not getting a salary from the masjid, but they are teaching in the school. So for example, he is the Imam Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. The masjid doesn't give him any money. He does the 4 khutbah, etc. But he does earn a salary. Where? Because from 8 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock, he is a teacher, muallim, at the madrasa, at the school. He's teaching Quran, Hadith, etc. Fantastic. He qualifies to join the IDP. Yes.
Can we look at the sustainability of these programs in case they come? Because sometimes people we tend to feel like, instead of giving me a salary, why don't you just empower me into something, then it ends there. Why did you choose to pay salaries and than empowering someone?
Excellent. Because Dr. Rashid, not everybody is cut out for business. When you say empower, what empowerment do you mean?
It depends on what he's doing. I might be in crafts, then you empower me through the crafts.
But then we are also losing an investment from the other angle. Example, Dr. Rashid. If, for example, an Imam went to Al-Qura University and he studied for 6 years, the Ummah, not any government, the Ummah invested in him, paid for his tickets, paid for his food, paid for his accommodation, paid for his teacher's salary, etc. Maybe almost $1 million was invested in this man, so that he will become a sheikh and he will be a teacher, etc., etc. Right? Okay. Now when he's finding it difficult, for us to say to him, brother, come, we will give you a car to become an Uber driver. We will give you plumbing tools for you to become a plumber. We will start you a business. In reality, we are losing out on our investment. Because this man, we made him into a teacher to be teaching. Now we want him to do Uber and we want him to be a farmer. In fact, we are taking our investment and we are throwing it down the drain if we do that. Rather, we say to him, brother, we want you to be teaching from morning till night, and here we will support you and we will this, etc. Why is it that the doctor, why is it that the lawyer, why is it that the politician, why is it that the gardener, they do their work and they get their salary? Brother Rashid, mashallah, he's a presenter, and so he's a journalist, and so he gets paid for his journalism, etc. We don't say to Brother Rashid, no, you must do the journalism for free, and we will open your Uber business on the side. No, and also that will divert your attention. Divert your attention. We want you to be focused, inshallah, the matters of teaching. Be the best teacher you can, be the best Imam you can, inshallah. Having said that, for example, on the IDP, there's about 15 Imams or 20, we've assisted them to start a business. But the condition is, you are not running it. It is your wife, it is your brother, it is somebody you employed, they are running the business, you will benefit, but we want you to do more da'wah. That's why we are starting the business.
I can see the element of promoting da'wah, mashallah, because you want me to be in my line than getting out of. Okay, Sheikh Ismail, how could be the coverage now in Uganda according to your assessment? Are we starting with all the districts, only one district? Then
so we've interviewed Imams from across the country. There are Imams who came from 12-hour journey and they came to Kampala and we did interviews. So anybody and everybody from across the country.
Actually, he was mentioning for us the districts, Arua?
We had some from Arua, others from Lira, others from Fort Potro, even from Kasese, even from Wakiso in the central. As long as they are eligible, they fill the form, and they are called for interview. I'm
looking at that filling the form and the eligibility. How is your filter?
So then we do an interview with them. That is the main filter.
Okay.
When you sit with the person and you interview, Sheikh, are you Imam for Fajr, Zuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha? Yes, okay. Are you the main Imam or you are the Naib Imam? No, I'm the main Imam. Okay, excellent. How many Jummah khutbahs you do? 4. Oh, excellent. You're a good investment, inshallah. How many people come to your masjid? 200, 300. Oh, mashallah. Where did you study, brother? Bilal, something institute or something. Khair, inshallah. What do you do between Fajr and Zuhr? Monday, I visit hospital. Tuesday, I do street da'wah. Wednesday, I visit the houses. Oh, Thursday, I visit the orphanage. Okay, excellent. In the afternoon, what are you doing? Well, I got a madrasa. I am teaching them maybe 20, 30, 40 children. So the main criteria and the crux of the matter and the final verdict is the interview that we do with the Imam, inshallah. Because that's when you face to face and you know you can figure out matters, inshallah.
Okay, Sheikh Ismail, most of the can I say qualified Imams are in urban centers. When you go into our rural areas, sometimes they are not all that as compared to the urban.
Yes.
So are you going to at least to loosen up for the rural Imams compared to the urban Imams?
Alhamdulillah, across the board, because Imams who came from all over. Imams who came, they came from all over. They came from urban, they came from rural, and
so
they did the interviews.
It is standard?
It is standard across the board. Everybody has a chance, inshallah. But remember also, Dr. Rashid, if we are going to start the Imam development program, it is a big if. And underline the if. We don't know what is the situation, what will happen, etc. If we do start the Imam development program, I think in your country, in Uganda, maybe you have thousands of Imams.
True.
Thousands of Imams.
True.
We don't have the ability, the capacity. We are not some government. We are
actually,
not Bill Gates
I was going
here,
to look at the sustainability.
right? So, for example, let's say we will start with 15 Imams or 20 Imams, etc. So if we interviewed maybe 70, we can identify this one is very good, that one is very good, that one is very good. We can start with those, inshallah.
Okay, so you have a limited number.
Yes, of course.
That's why you need partners. So Sheikh, it's a good initiative. Let's embrace it and see how better.
We hope, inshallah. So, for example, from Uganda, maybe there's a politician, maybe it's the government, maybe there is a good businessman out there. He's got the concern of Imams in his heart, because via the Imams are the key to the community. They are the key to the community. And so whoever wants to get in contact with us, we are here, we are available 25 hours a day. Not 24, 25 hours a day, inshallah.
For how long are you going to be in Uganda?
We will be here until Sunday morning, inshallah. So we are here the whole day today, the whole day tomorrow.
So after these interviews, should we expect that at least, mashallah, if there are 100 interviewed, expect like a 50 to start off the program?
That is obviously subject to funding, that is subject to us finding a serious partner, etc. I'm being open with you, Brother Rashid. For example, in all the other 10 countries that the Imam Development Program operates, we offer the working Imam a top-up package which is plus minus $5,000 per Imam for the year. If there was a serious partner in Uganda and the partner said, you know what, we'd love the Imam Development Program to start in Uganda. For every dollar that the Imam Development Program invests in the Imams in Uganda, we will match it with $1. Are you with me? So we will match it. Every shilling you spend on the Imams in Uganda, we will also put locally 1 shilling. That will make it very much easier, inshallah. That's a serious partner. They are also coming with a financial commitment, as opposed, and it's also that they have respect for themselves. We're not just waiting for somebody overseas to come and do our job. No, let's do a proper partnership. Or even if there was a partner that, you know what, we come with 70%, they will put for 30% on the board. We can discuss, we can negotiate. That will accelerate us starting here, inshallah.
I thought maybe before you coming into Uganda, you already identified the partners.
No. We have not identified. We have just come here. This is who we are. This is the story. Yalla Bismillah.
So Sheikh, is now you in the local level, Uganda. So are we seeing you partnering with Supreme Council?
Actually, when you look at this program, we need some...
Because they can't work in solitary, helping us.
As in, we need some awakening. So now, these people, they are from...
We are open to everybody and anybody, Supreme Council, any organization, Rashid's organization, Rashid's organization for Imam development. We are ready, Bismillah.
Okay.
So this is a good opportunity for people who love to spread Islam and who love to make these Imams really be full-time. Because maybe some Imams are pushed out of their duties due to lack of
like we met an Imam today. This brother studied in Azhar University for 10 years. For 10 years he studied. What is he doing? He is running a small shop. How much money he makes every month? He makes $50. I said to him, if somebody was ready to give you $50 a month, will you leave the business and do dawah full time? He says 100%. If somebody gave him 50 or even 100 or whatever, he will leave the shop and he will be working. In reality, brother Rashid, the fact that he's sitting in a shop, it is the ummah who has lost on the investment. I know. 10 years of investing in him went down the drain.
Okay. So how can you recover this? Because now that is one among us thousands who are already not practicing. We see most of our Imams, the way he said it, that most of them are not in active dawah because of the
circumstances.
Yes. So how better are you going to do this?
So for example, from the Imam Development Program's point of view, we offer the Imams a top-up package. The Imam is working, he's earning a salary, some of them 200,000 shillings, 300,000, 500,000, etc. Then from our side, we give them monthly $110, $120 in their bank account, laptop, internet, computer, smartphone, clothing, courses, Hajj, Umrah, Aqsa, medical. He is sick, his wife is sick, his children are sick, he goes to the doctor. We cover that cost. A brand new smartphone, a good smartphone, means of transport, etc. When I said we are a one-stop shop for all Imam support, I don't just mean that in hot air, I mean the reality behind that, inshallah.
You're professionalizing the Imam's job, right? Is it possible?
Activating Imams, activating. We say that we are number one when it comes to Imam development, Imam empowerment, Imam support, Imam activation, and Imam management and administration.
Looking at the source of income, is it sustainable?
Ala kulli hal, if one looks around the world, if you talk about the United Nations food program, the United Nations refugee department, what do they depend on? They depend on donors. They depend on donors. We also depend on donors. And so sustainable, if you mean do we have a business to sustain it, the answer is no. Sustainability would be that people continue to donate, inshallah. If people trust us, if we are living up to that trust and we are living up to that amana, then we hope, inshallah, Allah is Kareem. Allah is in charge of all matters. Allah makes it easy, inshallah.
So you've been in 10 countries where you operate from now. Now Uganda is going to be among the 11.
We hope, inshallah. We were in Kenya, Uganda and Rwanda. We hope, inshallah.
So how is the culture of giving in Africa?
Ala kulli hal, as I said, I can't really speak about many of the other countries, but I can talk about South Africa. The Imam Development Program is funded, I think, majority of the donors from South Africa. Small donors, Ahmed, Sumaya, Fatima, Ilyas, etc. Never, ever underestimate. In the old days, people used to always think, no, money we will get from Kuwait, money we get from Saudi. No, all those taps are closed now. For whatever reason, political circumstance, all those taps are closed, unfortunately. We need to obviously depend on ourselves and do it ourselves, inshallah.
That is South Africa. Let's come to reality in Uganda. How is our culture of giving and donating?
Well, in Uganda, maybe in the past few years, we've been getting so many donations.
Within?
So
I'm talking about within.
From outside to us now. It has ruined maybe our environment, that we are expecting many of the things to come from outside. So this is a culture.
Actually, that is a disease and a culture here. Yes, we have that.
This is a culture, and inshallah ta'ala, we need to sensitize our people to start giving us to be the source of our funds, inshallah.
Sheikh Ismail Bilal is leaving in 4 days.
No, in 2 days' time.
In 2 days' time. Okay, we can give you more days because we need you. But this program is going to remain. So are you going to keep this fire burning because you're here?
As you heard from him, he's our teacher and he's our mentor, and we are looking for stakeholders to help us. So inshallah ta'ala, we shall be liaising with him to give us a flow.
I'm sure on Rashid's phone. Rashid's phone, he's got contacts there. They can make the world turn around, inshallah.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
MashaAllah.
Sheikh, where do you see these Imam development programs in 5 years to come?
Our intention by 2028, inshallah, 4,000 Imams, inshallah.
Okay.
Yes.
What about in Uganda? Are we hopeful?
Inshallah, of course, why not? We want to, we hope, we have intention to start in Uganda at least by April or March 2024. That is our intention. But it is subject to us finding good, serious partners, inshallah.
When you talk about good, serious partners, what do you mean?
I mean those who are willing to put their money where their mouth is. Right? As opposed to, as you said, the disease. What is the disease? If we want to cure the disease, then the right way to cure it would be to have a serious partner who puts something down. They don't have to put everything. Meet us 50%. Let's say, for example, we choose to start with 15 Imams. Example, right? And let's say the cost of assisting these 15 Imams and their centers and everything, let's say it comes to about $7,000 a month.
True.
Example, right? So we will bring 3,500. The serious partner, you bring 3,500 to the table, inshallah. Right? That would be a serious partner. Or we bring 5,000, you bring at least 2,000 to the table, etc. If you are concerned about the Imams in Uganda, you have their concern in your heart, you want to see them develop, etc. Then yalla bismillah, let us put our money where our mouth is, inshallah.
So in the 10 countries, okay, at least you have the experience now for almost 10 years?
Yes, almost 10.
It's almost 10. Some serious challenges within?
Of course, there's always challenges everywhere. For example, Imams are just like any other field, just like journalists.
True.
You have the good, the bad, the very good, and the ugly.
True, I know.
So amongst Imams, you also have the good, the bad, the very good, and the ugly also. Right? You have Imams, some who should have never become Imams. Maybe he was failing in school. Maybe he couldn't add 2 plus 2. So they said, you know, you should go to become an Imam. You have that.
And sometimes we see those stubborn kids, then we send them to
exactly, to reform themselves. They
Yes.
send them to the masjid and madrasa,
They end up being
etc.
our imam.
And then you also have Imams who are super Imams.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
man
true.
here, he's a super Imam. He is working morning, evening and night. He has the hum and the gham of his people in his heart. He wants to see them flourish. He wants to make sure that all of them have the best, etc. In every field, you have the good, the very good, the bad and the ugly.
Okay.
Now,
So what could be your last take to Ugandans?
my last take with regards to Ugandan, I think with Ugandans, I think it is very, very important that you have more institutes of higher learning for Imams. We visited the Call to Islam, etc. They are one. There's the university, but you need to probably have another 2 or 3 to cater for the number of Imams that you have in this country. That somebody must graduate from Thanawi, then he wants to be an Imam, he needs to go to that institute. And then he will study there for maybe 3 years. Now he gets a certificate. Now you can become an Imam, inshallah. If this is a masjid, we will not hire you until you go there and you study there and you came with that certificate which qualifies you to be an Imam. Otherwise, you are an underqualified Imam.
So you're looking at the qualification now as a key.
Jayed.
Because when you say we cannot make you an Imam unless if you have such a qualification.
No,
so
you mentioned my advice.
okay.
That would be my advice to Ugandans. You need to have some institute like that for the future, inshallah.
mashallah.
Because the past, we know what has happened, but we shouldn't continue that. If we always do what we always did, we'll always get what we always got. To get what you never got, you need to do what you never did.
Mashallah, mashallah. After Sunday, we hope to see you again.
We hope, I hope, inshallah. Yes.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, subject to us finding a good, serious partner, inshallah.
I like the serious, so it's a serious note, that serious partner.
Yes.
So Sheikh Yusuf, what is the last take to the Muslims and our community for this program?
Actually, now this is a national television.
True.
Where many organizations and many partners are watching.
This.
So these people have come to help us. Then we should be the ones taking the lead.
Okay.
Let's come out and then we join this Imam development program as Imams and also as serious partners, inshallah.
Yes, especially if there's a serious partner. There's no need for us to come now and do a registration and all of this. No, there's a serious partner. They have a registration. They have a long, deep history in this country. Let's put their hands together and we can work together bi'ithnillahi ta'ala. Allah states, وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى, and cooperate with one another upon bir and taqwa. And from amongst the best bir and taqwa is the matter of supporting Imams, insha'Allah.
Sheikh, Ismail, thank you so much
Barakallah feek, Doctor.
for coming around and at least being part of this noble discussion.
Ameen,
mashallah.
ameen, ameen.
I expect
Hayyakallah.
a lot from you.
Allah bless you.
Please don't leave Uganda. Be part of us and support our
Inshallah,
Imams.
Inshallah. Ameen.
I want to thank Sheikh Ismail, Bilal Ismail, mashallah, from South Africa, and Sheikh Yusuf Damulia from Wakiso Maskidi Majami of London for being around and discussing this. Mashallah, it's a good topic and it's a good initiative. Let's support it and let's be good partners, as they said it. I'm Rashid Chwanuka and the team, mashallah. Till next time, wish you happy holidays, stay safe and be good. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyakum Allah.
ورب السماء فيا أمتي أنصتوا واسمعوا فجل الأمور بدت في خفاء قنابلهم كالسموم تدار فما من صدوق وما من إخاء فالشمم يحاك لكم أمتي يريد الفناء ورب السماء فيا أمتي أنصتوا واسمعوا فجل الأمور بدت في خفاء قنابلهم كالسموم تدار فما من صدوق وما من إخاء وما من إخاء.
UBC